Hey, this is Patrick Ralston with ARTalks again. We started a few minutes ago and seemed like we lost the video connection, but we're going to try it again and see if we can get our guest on, and if not, we'll just wing it and we'll continue. And I hope that all are out there. Joining in, and I do hope that everyone is well and creating. I'm here as usual. I'm here in my home office studio. It's currently it looks like a tornado hit it because I've been in between projects. I dabble in everything from furniture making to mixed media, and right now I'm kind of in between. So, anyway, to our guest today is, at least hopefully, is going to be Kathy Liao. Um, Liao, I'm sorry, I'm having a little trouble with my tongue today. Kathy Liao was with Mid America Arts Alliance, and she works in the professional development area there, and she's going to talk to us about Artist Inc., which is something that the Arts Council has been involved in for several years now. There's Kathy, and we're going to see if we can get her hooked up here, and let's see. All right, we're open for, there we go. Okay, we are going to try not to break anything here. So,
Hello. Hi,
hey,
Patrick.
Kathy.
Third time's a charm, right?
I'm not making any, I'm trying not to move, so make any sudden moves, okay? But I think
Sounds good.
it sounds like we both have our headphones in, and
Hmm.
everything's good. So, Kathy,
Awesome.
how are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm actually in the office here at Mid America. We've been working remotely from home for the last, has it been like 6 months now? So this is my first time like actually getting stuff done here in the office and specifically for the internet. So I think we got a stable connection today.
Great, great, great. Well, listen, I was butchering an introduction for you, but I want you to tell me about where you work at Mid America Arts Alliance.
Hmm.
For those of you who are not familiar out there, Mid America is our regional arts organization.
Hmm.
And it works with six state area, Texas, Texas, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Missouri, Kansas, and Nebraska. And
Correct.
all my friends. And anyway, with that, that's just kind of a general introduction. But Kathy, tell us a little bit about you.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. My name is Kathy Liao, and I am the Artist Inc. program specialist here at Mid America Arts Alliance. I actually started here only back in May at Mid America Arts Alliance, and I'm really happy to be part of this professional development program here at Mid America and working with the cohort, the group of artists that has gone through Artist Inc. I am also a practicing artist myself. I just caught a little bit of Patrick talking about his studio and his woodwork. I'm a painter, a visual artist. I do large scale paintings and wall installations about kind of my own autobiographical, kind of personal immigrant experience here to the United States. So thank you for having me here today.
Oh, well, we're delighted to have you on, and I apologize for the technical issues are really kind of part of our brand. So
Yeah.
you know, it's
Yeah.
but listen, I know that Robin McClay, who is our artist services program manager, and
Hmm.
I have been talking to you, and of course Corey Emig, who also works at Mid America,
Hmm.
about Artist Inc., which we've had it has been an amazing professional development program in Arkansas, both
Hmm.
in Northwest Arkansas and in Central Arkansas, for I
Yes.
guess about 4 years now. But now that you work with that program, I'd like to if you would kind of talk to us a little bit. We are, I know that we are talking to you about bringing Artist Inc. back in a big way in Arkansas,
Mm-hmm.
through and hopefully after the pandemic.
Yes.
And it's kind of an evolutionary process for us. We're going to start out with what we call Artist Inc. Express and next
Mm-hmm.
year, and then kind of move on. So if with that, I don't want to. I know enough about it to be dangerous now. So go ahead and tell us tell us about Artist Inc. Express and what it can
Mm-hmm.
do for Arkansas.
Sounds good. Yeah, thank you, Patrick. Well, I completely understand the whole technical stuff since we are kind of pivoting Artisting to virtual right now, just like all of us during the pandemic. But I just want to start by saying Artisting is rooted in the belief that if given the right tools, the right training, artists can be some of the most successful small business in the region. And I think this has been proven through the various iterations of Artist Sync that has gone through both in Arkansas and the Northwest Arkansas region to, I think we had our Argenta cohort a couple years ago, all the way to Wichita and Kansas City, of course, up to Omaha, Nebraska. So we have delivered this program throughout the region, and we see a significant growth in terms of artists running their business and understanding more the business aspect of their practice more deeply. And that is our hope. Artist Inc. is hoping to empower artists of all disciplines by connecting them to the tools and the resources and the opportunities. And I think in some ways that's also where you guys come in too, as Arkansas Arts Council is also providing that resources and opportunities to the artists too. Patrick, I think you kind of laid out the ground. So we're hoping to come back to Arkansas in a big way by bringing a statewide Artist Inc. live programming that'll be available to artists in Arkansas from all the different regions statewide. But we're starting with these express workshops, Artist Inc. Express. So Artist Inc. Express is kind of a cool idea. What it is it's a condensed weekend workshop of Artist Inc. We're kind of culling from our 10 years of experience working with over 1,000 artists from the region, finding kind of like the nuggets of wisdom and kind of condensing them into a weekend workshop to fry artists with who are facing like the everyday business needs for all discipline, and kind of giving them tools to think about goal setting, to think about marketing and branding, to think about building a long-term network, even start putting together strategic plans of how to fund a practice. So we're trying to condense that into that weekend workshop. So it's like a jump start. And that's kind of what we're starting, and we're hoping that'll expand and build into the larger 8-week program of Artist Inc. Live in Arkansas.
Right, right, and hopefully, if we do, a handful of these regionally, that will in some ways that will we can get some of our artists involved in different regions of the state, and hopefully kind of get everyone set up and engaged and ready for the Artist Inc. Live that we would do in 2022, and
Yeah.
which is definitely our goal, and still not sure what that would look like in a COVID or post-COVID world, but either way, I think that by doing Artist Inc. Express this year, we will definitely build some interest in the program. And I've observed, although I've not participated in Artist Inc. myself, I have observed. I spoke at a couple of the with a couple of the cohorts in Argenta, and the way in which it weaves together a community of artists is amazing to me. And it takes the community as it is, and it pulls together a diverse group of artists, different disciplines, different backgrounds, and weaves together a network and a community that and the people I know in Central Arkansas and Northwest Arkansas who have been through it are all, very dedicated. They're proud alums, and
Hmm.
so where did where were you before you came to Mid America and Artist Inc?
Hmm. Yes. So I've been teaching for the last 6 years at Missouri Western State University up in St. Joseph,
Right.
Missouri. And I took Artist Inc. back in 2016 when I first moved out to the Midwest area. And
Hmm.
it really changed my career and changed my practice altogether. And part of it is exactly what you're talking about, Patrick, of just being plugged in to a network of artists, being plugged into the community, especially if you can imagine someone who's new to the community, who doesn't know, who the gallerists are, who the other artists are. The Artist Inc., by
Right.
bringing this cohort together, I got to know other musicians, other visual artists, other arts leaders in the community, and it really kind of jump started my career here in Kansas City. And after I did Artist Inc., I became a facilitator. So I also facilitated the program for the last 4 years before I assumed this current role as an art administrator here at Mid America. Yeah,
Right.
so it's kind of like a
That's
little
that.
detour.
Yeah, well, and and but having that experience of actually having the experience of being going through an artist inc,
Hmm.
and being as well as being naturally being an artist, I think is you bring a lot of experience and a lot of expertise to it, and I know that we're excited about working with you on our journey. Arkansas. We know that we have. We know that there is still interest in Central Arkansas and
Hmm.
Northwest Arkansas. Of course, Northwest Arkansas now is doing Artist Inc.
Hmm.
Through CASH, the local
Hmm.
the local arts regional organization up there
Yes.
under Allison Esposito,
Hmm.
and that's exciting because again it continues to build that community.
Hmm.
But there are other communities in, Southwest, Southwest, South, East Arkansas that could benefit from the same program, and
Yes.
that's what I'm really excited about.
Yeah, yeah. And Patrick, to kind of piggyback on what you said, me, myself being an artist, I think one of the thing about Artist Inc. that's so powerful is it's created by artists for artists. So part of the learning model is peer-to-peer learning. So I'm learning from other artists in the community. So it's very, I guess, democratic is the right way to say it. So it's really nice to be able to hear stories from different artists, what they experienced, what worked for them. And you know what I'm excited about doing all these Artists Inc. Expresses in Arkansas is to get to know the community of artists in the different regions. We've worked with Northwest Arkansas and Argenta, but I feel like
Hmm.
we I can't wait to kind of go into these different communities. I think with Robin, we're talking about working with like the Little Rock, Pine Bluff, Hot Springs area. We're talking about working with Jonesboro, working with El Dorado, and even that Van Buren Fort Smith area, right? Like we want to connect with you all. We want to know what's
Right.
going on out there, and then bring you guys into the fold of the Artist Inc. family.
Yeah, I think that Artist Inc. has been kind of a metropolitan program here in Arkansas, and I think
Mm-hmm.
that well, we have other metro areas like Fort Smith, certainly, in Van Buren, but also yeah, expanding it to trying to expand it into a rural setting. Eastern Arkansas is certainly an area where that is ripe for
Mm-hmm.
expansion, and in an area where artists are more scattered and resources
Mm-hmm.
are more scarce because there aren't many metropolitan
Mm-hmm.
areas, and but certainly it's a great opportunity, and we're very excited about it. Robin and I were talking about it yesterday, and I just see it as in a time when we are not able to travel as much
Mm-hmm.
and do in-person programs. We are, for me, the biggest challenge is just keeping our hands on the pulse, fingers on the pulse of our artist community, talking to
Mm-hmm.
our artists. That's kind of what this program, this weekly live stream is about, is just getting interacting with artists, and and I think that the framework that Artist Inc. brings is an amazing, obviously demonstrated, very successful program, and so we're thrilled about working with you guys.
Yeah,
But
thank you, Patrick. Yeah.
but I I think that I think we're scheduled to have another visit with you in November, and
Hmm.
that's when we're going to really start laying the groundwork for when and where we're going to have these programs. But we're looking at it for next spring, and
Hmm.
it's just going to be it's going to be a beautiful thing. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, thank you,
I'm
Patrick.
excited about sitting in because
Yes,
you
please
know
do.
every time I've been involved, I've learned something. It's if I would I'd love to be just as a participant, and in addition to being a sponsor of it, I really hope that
Hmm.
I know I always learn something. So,
Yeah,
well, Kathy, I
I
thank you
feel the
so
same
much
way.
thank you so much for your patience and with our technical challenges. I know that everything is in flux right now. I know that Facebook, the technology we have is still a little rough because Facebook is updating the way they do these live streams, and so hopefully we'll all benefit. But
Yeah.
it's great to have you on finally, and just you know, I know that I'll be talking to you a lot in the next few months as we get ready for Artist Inc. Express
Hmm.
in 2021, and Artist Inc. Live beyond that. So
Yeah.
thanks again for logging on, and we'll talk to you soon.
Sounds great. Thank you so much, Patrick. I look forward to
Bye bye,
connecting.
Kathy.
Bye.
All right. Well, that was cool, and it actually worked. So, win-win for me. Uh, it's let's see. We've got a bunch of people now all of a sudden logged on here. Uh, as I said, and as Kathy said, Artist Ink Express coming in 2021. Still working out the details, the wins and the wheres. Uh, we'll be in touch with some of our partners around the state about hosting or participating, but we are definitely going to be looking at doing it regionally, pulling together artists in individual regions of the state, and we'll outline that when we put out the call for artists in probably after the beginning of the new year. So anyway, uh, very excited about that. As I was talking earlier when I did my first attempt at starting this Art Talks today, and I'm not sure if it actually broadcasts, so I'm going to say real quickly that we are still taking nominations for Arkansas Living Treasure for 2021, and we will be taking those nominations until November 16th. And as I've said before, Arkansas Living Treasure is a program that where we honor our traditional crafts people who are not only masters of their craft but also are teachers. And so you can go to our website arkansasarts.org, and you can see a list of our past living treasures. For I think we've been doing it for 20. I don't know. I guess we've been doing it for 18 years now, and but Michael Warwick is our 2020 recipient. He is a lifelong metal sculptor and a 30-year instructor at UA Little Rock. So, great guy, great following, and so anyway, let's see who else we've got. Let's see who we've got in the bullpen here. I see Scarlett there. I was looking for an invite or looking for a guest request from Scarlett. She's always uh, good for some entertainment. But we'll see if she can log on. See if she's got. I don't know if she's got one of her signature masks on today, or if she's just in the office. But anyway, let's talk about some other stuff. While we're talking about artist professional development, let's talk about the Sally Williams grant, Sally Williams Fund. The Sally Williams Fund is a program that we have. It's privately funded primarily by Sue Williams, who is the surviving twin sister of Sally Williams, who was a longtime employee of the Arkansas Arts Council. She was the Artist Services Program Manager, beloved member of our staff, and after she passed away in 2010, her sister endowed a fund that provides funds to artists for professional development, to continue if then you have opportunities to continue developing your skills in your particular discipline, or if it also provides, has in the past provided some funding for the Artist Inc. programs around the state. But if you have an opportunity, and even if it's virtual now, to enhance your craft, to develop your skill in your discipline, or otherwise develop your skills in the marketing and management of your art, then you need to get in touch with us. Come to arkansasarts.org, go to our grants page, check out the Sally Williams Fund, and it'll explain to you how to apply. And it's a real opportunity for artists who are, in the past it's helped artists attend live workshops. Now a lot of these programs are virtual, and so we are always adapting, and so we have adapted that program so that now it can help you attend virtually if you have something that will benefit you. But the application process, the application portal is online at our website, and again, that's arkansasarts.org. I've gotten to be, if there's one thing about these live streams, it's that I have gotten really good at repeating our website. And because I think before I started doing this, half the time I couldn't remember what our website was. So anyway, so we continue to, as we continue in this socially distanced world, we are the Arkansas Arts Council staff. We're currently, all of us, working about 1/3 of our time in the office each week. So there's a rotation so that we never have more than 2 or 3 of us in the office at any one time. Our department, Parks, Heritage, and Tourism, is kind of following the same policy, and but we are on duty 7 days a week, 8 o'clock to 4:30 in the afternoon. So if you need us, there is a directory on our website, arkansasarts.org, where you can find our directory. I apologize for, at least for my picture there, but you can reach us. Our emails are there. Email is, I think, still the most reliable way to get a hold of us, because if we're working remotely, we don't always have access to our voicemail. But drop us an email and let us know how we can help, what your questions are. You can also always come find us on our Facebook page. We also have our Opportunities Facebook group, which is just basically what it says. It's where we list opportunities for artists and arts organizations, whether they be grant calls for grant submissions, calls for exhibition calls for artists and submission. So I am, we try to make it as easy as possible for you to access the resources that we try to aggregate. And certainly, if you come to our website, we have arkansasarts.org. You also know that we have our COVID resource page, which is something we set up around March 20th, right after we all went remote. We knew that so many of our services would be provided remotely and or virtually, and so that's we wanted to set that up to assist our artists, our arts organizations, our arts patrons, just to kind of let you know what's going on and how you can access resources in this COVID-19 pandemic. And it's been a real challenge for us. I mean, we are talking, I've realized now that we have been the Arts Council as of Tuesday. We had been working remotely for 8 months, and like many of you, it feels like every day is Groundhog Day, and it's very surreal, but I have to say that the Arkansas Arts Council staff has been, we're a small staff, 8 people, 7 right now actually, but they have been extremely resilient and have continued our programs unabated. And so we are continuing to run our grant programs. We're currently our grants for our Arts in Education grants for 2021. Our general operating support grants and our collaborative project support grants. Applications are now online at our website, arkansasarts.org. And so you can log on there and already get started on your, and that would actually be the fiscal year 22 arts or grants. And so, it's when we're already working on the fiscal year that starts in October of 2021. So now we do keep things moving, but everybody's been we're keeping busy, and we're trying to keep in touch with you all, and that's really the main thing. This is working here is an opportunity for me to be in touch with all of our artists and all of our arts organizations out there as you continue and adapt to in how you create and how you create your program. So it's really important for us to continue that work. We are continuing with our Arts Voice Arkansas program, and that is just where we encourage students K through 12 who are artists and are doing art or creating, whether it's a stage or performance, or whether it's writing, whether it's visual art. We want to see it, we want to hear it, we want to experience it. So if you would please send us video or send us still images you can send them to Scarlett Sims, and you'll see her on our directory on our website, but you all know Scarlett. But we want to share your creation. If you are doing visual art, send us some images of your art. Tell us about it, what the medium is, tell us who you are. If you are a performer, whether you are singing, whether it's dance, whether it's it's acting, stage play, stage direction, we would love to see some video. We would love to see what you're doing, and we would love to share it on our Facebook page. This is something that I think is very meaningful for the rest of us to see, that we're all figuring out ways to create in these weird times. So Certainly, I'll have to say that in the last 8 months, I have not created nearly as much as I thought I would be able to. But that's merely because, well, the excuse I give anyway is that I've been working with the staff of the Arts Council in trying to make sure that we are able to facilitate your creation, or at least help that you are able to maintain your connection with your community in the arts and get our services. And so that's been a real honor for me. But I hope that everybody out there is creating and is able to access the resources that you need to create or to enjoy the arts. And if you're not, or if there's any way we can help, please get in touch with us. Again, arkansasarts.org. You can find us on the web. You can find us here on Facebook. I'm on Facebook. Scarlett's on Facebook. It's we are very findable, and we are very open to conversation. And so we want to know what you're doing. We want to know what you're doing to create and what you're doing for the arts in Arkansas. So I guess that I will wrap it up for now. But until next week, I do want to thank Drika Morning for filling in for me last week. I had a doctor's appointment that ran long and was not able to make last week's program, but Drika, who she does her Arts on Arkansas interview live stream every other week. She'll be doing it next Wednesday, and she's of course our arts and education program manager, and just a absolute amazing presence and force of nature. And so I appreciate her filling in for me last week, and she's always great. So anyway, everybody out there, keep creating, keep supporting the arts, keep in touch with us, and I will talk to you next week. If you don't catch me before then, talk to you later.